doing so far. I just want to check that since you're filling in your parking forms last time I saw you, everyone is okay. Has anyone got any other injuries in it to tell me? Or conditions, problems, complaints? No, none of those. Excellent. So from last time, I'm just going to go through similar exercises. I might move some of them on and progress them. We're going to start off with our standing position and our warm-up. We're going to start off with our feet about hip distance apart, and your feet are flat and facing forward. And I just want you to get real nice energy through your feet. We're going to try and lengthen from the ankles up to the knees into the thighs, so quite strong legs. And I want you to draw up through the core, through the abdominals, into the chest. And just roll your shoulders back and down and let your arms come down by your sides. So you've got a really positive, strong standing position. So we're going to focus on now centering our body and working through the abdominal area. So it's just a light brace of your abdominals. You shouldn't have to pull in too tight. And I just want you to also be focused and mindful of your breathing. So I just want you to make sure that you breathe through the warm-ups and through all the exercises. Don't worry, I'll try and recap you with that as we go along. Just going to try and find our neutral pelvis. So what we're going to do is place the heel of our hands on our hip bones and the fingers pointing down towards your pubic bone. And I just want you to rock your pelvis forwards and back, and you'll notice that what that does, your hands are tilting towards you and your pelvis tucks under, and your pelvis pushes back as the fingers push back as your pelvis goes back. Now you can see that's quite an extreme movement of your pelvis, but to find neutral pelvis for you, because we're all slightly different in our positions, we are trying to find our happy halfway point. So that's where the hands and fingers are lined up. So that might be, your neutral pelvis might be where your pelvis feels like it's slightly tilted under for you, because you might have a slightly different position there. Or it might be, well, that's exactly how I stand. And so that's your neutral pelvis, yeah? And we try and engage that and keep that position when we're standing and doing all the other positions down on the floor, laying on your fours. So with that engaged, a light brace of your abs, just going to bring your shoulders back and down, we're going to focus on breathing. So we're going to start with our shoulder rolls, breathing in and breathing out. And I just want you to focus on the breathing and concentrate on that while keeping the abdominals slightly braced and your pelvis in a neutral position. So that's not so bad, is it? No. Because I know you've all been practicing from the last time I saw you, right? Yes. Of course. So your shoulder rolls, don't immobilise with the shoulders if you're feeling a little bit tense or a little bit stressed or a little bit, you want to just get that release in your upper body. It's the best exercise we can do. So we're going to go from our double shoulders, we'll take it into single shoulder roll. So bring your right shoulder up, that's lovely, and the left shoulder. And you want to feel the muscles as you're pulling back. Feel the muscles sort of engage and contract, and you're still trying to maintain that neutral pelvis and a light abdominal contraction. So when we start to move, we just want to keep our concentration with the breathing, because sometimes we forget the breathing and we hold our breath in. And I don't want to be too sort of strict with that, but I just want you to let your own breath flow with the way you like to flow, whether in through the nose and out through the mouth, or in through the nose and out through the nose. How does that feel, everyone? Does that feel nice? Yeah, good. So we're going to bring ourselves back to our neutral standing position. Just bring the arms straight up to the ceiling, focusing on your breath, and then we'll open them out to the sides. Getting a lovely stretch there through the chest. So we're now working from sort of like the top of our body downwards. So to bring in the top of the spine, we're going to tuck the chin into the chest and the neck stretches, and then we're going to lift the arms up and open the arms out. So we're just moving, bringing our head into that nice movement. So when you bring the head up, it doesn't go back too far, just bring it up to the ceiling and then feeling the stretch through the back of the neck as the head comes down. So nice double arm circles with a little bit of a neck stretch. Fabulous. Let's just do one more, so just focusing on. So breathing and releasing. So take it into the roll down here. We're going to tuck the chin into the chest and take a breath in. A light abdominal engagement, and just going to allow the body to roll forwards, coming out through the vertebrae, one bone at a time, just feeling like you're coming down like a rag doll. And you want to also focus on the sort of weight of your upper body, but the length and the lift of your lower body. So you want to feel like your tailbone stretching upwards, but your head, neck and shoulders are relaxed, and more looking between your legs as opposed to looking down at your hands. So just holding the roll down, just for a few more seconds, just taking some big breaths in. Really nice. And if you feel the hamstrings are a little bit too tight, a soft bend in the knee, which is perfect there. Excellent. So let's prepare to roll up. We're going to breathe in first. As you breathe out, start to bring your body back up out of your roll up and coming up gently so you feel the spine reconnecting and restacking and realigning. Excellent. We're going to have a little softness in the knee here, bring your hands out in front. We're going to take it into spine twist. Now as you twist your spine, we're going to try and focus on keeping the lower body, still neutral pelvis through your hips and your lower back, but try to keep the knees and the thighs tracking forwards so that when you twist, the movement is literally coming around the mid-back, the lower back, etc. Try and relax your shoulders a little bit. There you go, perfect. So you just want to focus on that. Imagine maybe you've got that little green ball between your knees. I'm trying to keep that still, and we'll do that in a little while. Or I'm literally holding on to your legs in that fixed position. Good. Now from your spine twist, we're going to lengthen the spine, we're going to bring the arms up and take a little back stretch, just opening out the arms, and then we bring the hands out front and we round off the mid-back. So we're taking it now through the mid-back, real deep open out, you can lift the chin, you can add a back extension on that if you feel like you can, and then release it through. So for those of you I know in the room who've got slight back issues, the back extension, just be careful of that. And just allow your head to look up without leaning back. But you know if you'll be able to work that movement. You can bring your pelvis in if you want a little bit more free range. So as you bring your arms forwards and tuck under, you can draw your pelvis on, so really round through the back, like you're hugging a ball. And then opening out, lovely back flexion. Last one. So pressing through into that stretch. Now we're going to take the arms all the way out, sides and down by our sides. So thinking of your standing Pilates posture here, into your side bends. So allow your hands to slide down the side of your leg. So you're looking for the sort of side of the knee. Now, an important thing to just focus on this exercise is keeping the head up. When you've gone to the side, it's very easy to look down. And that adds a little bit of a rotation. So we're just trying to keep the chin lifted. Imagine you've got a little ball there, that's it. Your shoulders are back and down. So do you feel that stretch there in your waist? Yeah. Do you notice that when you keep your shoulders back? I know it feels a bit rigid maybe, but that does make the exercise, become way more effective than if you were just, rolling into it. That's it. Keep the belly slightly contracted in. That's it, good. Last one. Ready for some knee bends. So I'm going to bring the arms out in front. Back loving straight into your neutral position. Might sound a bit clicky on the way down. And then we open out with our chest expansion. Fabulous. So we're going to push through. That's it. Keeping the back, again, quite neutral. So as it's in this position here, bending through, you don't have to go too deep. Allowing the muscles of your legs to push forwards. Your knees, thighs, knees right over your feet. Shoulders back and down. So focus maybe as well as you bend the knee, drawing the abdominals in and keeping them in when you lift up. Let's just do two more. So press that through. Lovely. Excellent. Here's your last one. All the way through. Good. Bringing both arms right up to the ceiling. A little tucking of the chin into the chest. So you feel the stretch in the back of the neck. And then we'll open out and we'll prepare for another roll down. So let's breathe in. Tucking the chin into the chest, contract through the abs, and allow the body to roll through. Lovely articulation. So you want to feel like the crown of your head is parallel to the floor. Yeah? So the chin doesn't have to sort of contract in, it just wants to feel nice and loose. And obviously we've all got different abilities here. Some of us will go straight to the ground, some of us will just be a little bit more challenged on that, so it's really important that you stay at your level. Now, just having create a little tiny bit of movement, you're just going to rotate your body weight over to one side, so allowing the stretch to come into the lower back a little bit deeper, centre and over to the other side. Now this is a sort of half circle sway, and it allows your lower back to stretch out laterally, so from one side to the other. That's it. And again, if you need to bend your knees, so you feel that, you know, it's giving you a little bit less tension in your hamstrings, so you can get the rotation, that's fine. Bring it through to the centre. Now, preparing to roll up, I'm going to take a breath in and roll through the vertebrae, coming up super slow. Shoulders go back when you're ready, and head comes up last. I'm just going to lace the fingers here at the back and look up to the ceiling. I'm going to hold this stretch. So it's a static stretch, really opening out the chest. Take some time to breathe, and if you want to back bend a little bit, go for a little back bend. It's because we've been down by the floor, yeah. She's just been near over it. And then we're going to open out the arms, a lovely stretch. Now if you need to bend the knees, you're just going to go forward into a flat back. So if you find that's too intense for your back, keep the legs and keep the knees bent. Then coming back up into your little back bend. It's a feeling stretch. Little lace of the fingers looking up. Focus on your breathing. Neutral pelvis here. Bring it forwards and stretch it. Halfway down, that's it. And then bring it through. And last time. So you get a nice stretch across your hip flexors. Yeah, so we're working those hip flexors. Good, open out. Now focusing now a little bit on balance because we're going to raise through the heels. That's it. And down. If you find that really too hard to lift up one, both. Just lift up one, put it down and lift up the other. So I know this can sometimes feel a little bit tense, maybe on the feet. That's it, one at a time, that's good. Yeah. So even that's still balance. Okay, that's, you know, working your side that's challenged through your nerves, that's it. And then what we're trying to do is we raise up, we're trying to feel the energy through our centre. Yeah? I know the feet are moving, and the body's, you know, raising up and down. But this is really important. You try and drive up. So when we do some balance exercises sometimes, we're going to do one more. Really squeeze. Can you feel the strength in your feet? Yeah. Sometimes we overbalance. Let's place the feet down the floor. Take a deep breath in. Bring your arms up, and then we're going to take it to circular roll down to finish. So a lovely big circle. So just allow your body to sort of sink into this stretch, particularly coming forwards, then going around to the side and up. And we'll reverse that, working around the other sides. Feeling that lovely stretch as you go round. So it's not just the, you know, working the back, you're working hips, shoulders, waist, glutes. That's it. Just enjoy the fact that you're stretching everything out now through the whole body pretty much. Just one movement, ready for the last one here coming through. So does everybody feel like they're warming up? Yeah. Mobilising. Excellent. Bringing the arms out to the sides. Finishing off in a standing position. Take a nice deep breath in. And as you breathe out, relax. So, standing position, you know, if we held that all day, that'd be quite, you know, after at the end of the day, you find actually that you're really working your back muscles just in that position. Okay, so I'm just going to do a little bit of standing exercise. I'm going to use now a little ball. I'm just going to place the ball between the thighs. Okay. So place that there. And the ball is just going to create a space. It gives you something that you can squeeze. So we did use this last time, so this is progressing on. Okay, I just want you to focus on that squeeze. So that's going to fire up. Does that feel nice? Does that feel strangely nice? Yeah, so that it fires up your adductors, everyone, these are the inner thighs. And more importantly, pelvic floor muscles all affected around that lower area. So thinking about your neutral pelvis, we did these in the warm-ups, but let's take the arms out to the side, shoulders back and down. We're going to take a breath in. We're going to bend the knees into our squat, and then as you push through, bend, squeeze into the ball, and open out. So when you come up, you can make the ball slightly lighter on the squeeze, but there you want a big squeeze, and then we want to reduce it slightly. So getting energy right through the thighs, squeeze. So you really want to focus on that neutral spine. Breathe. We're all concentrating. Are you having fun? Yeah. Well, at least the sun's shining today, everyone, Wednesday morning, you know. We haven't been that lucky. Good. So we're going to add a spine twist to this. So when you're in your squat, if you find that's too deep, just go slightly less higher and then rotate to the right side. Hold it there, bring it through to the centre, and now come straight up. That's it, and we're going to go through to the left side, so shoulders down, back leg in straight. So when you twist, really feel like you're bringing out that spine. And up, lovely. 2 more times, so focus on breathing. Shoulders back and down, feel the squeeze. Bring it through. I'm certainly warming up now. Should have brought my fan in, I've got it. Oh, Andy. Not. Bring it through. Centre. Okay, now keeping a bit more of a squeeze there, bring fingers together and take it into your side bends. Now with the arms being raised on the side bend, it's a little bit more progressed on. We're going to try and keep the fingers right above the head here. And when we sway, we want to try and sway from the area you've just been twisting. That's it. So try not to let the arms touch the side of your face, or the face touch the side of your arms. That's it. What have we got to look at today? He's not out there, is it? Good. Very nice. And then release the arms out to the side. Now keeping that ball sort of activated between your thighs here. Try a roll down. So then go into Pilates roll down, but having something between the thighs allows you to be more active in the legs, so that you can feel it in the thighs, you'll feel it in the inner thighs, you might even feel it in the calves. And just keep that gently squeeze. You don't have to squeeze the life out of it. That's it. Relax your neck, and then bend your knees forwards and back a couple of times. So like you're going into like a little mini squat. So you're really helping to create the hamstrings to stretch there. How's that on your knee, your poor knee? You don't have to do the knee bends if your knee is feeling too sore today, that's fine. Last 2, 1 more. So preparing yourself to roll up, everyone. So coming up through the vertebrae, just really build your spine up. Feel like that's really working your alignment of your spine. Let your shoulders roll back and down. Head comes up. Bring everything up to the ceiling. Inhale through the nose and exhale out through the mouth. Fabulous. And then just removing the ball from the inner thighs, unless you like it there. Give it a shake game up when you get a rub. How's that feel, everyone? Is that okay? Yeah, so that kind of combines quite a lot of exercises from what we did last time. So we're going to place the ball down on the floor. Be careful of that. You need to have a drink at any stage. Grab yourself a drink. I'm now going to bring the exercises down onto all fours. Okay? So I'm going to come down onto the mat, on all fours. Position down here. Okay. Now you're positioning down here on all fours. You want to really think about the knees underneath the hips. And like you did in your standing warm-up, just do a couple of pelvic tilts there so you can feel the movement of the pelvis tilting upwards and tilting under. So, you know, similar to that movement that we did where we had our hands on our hips. That's it. Chrissy doing a slightly different option because you can't kneel down, so we're giving options seated. That's it, that's good. But you can still do very similar exercises on your seated position. So does that feel okay? Now what you want to try and do is find your centre. So exactly like we did when you were standing, finding the centre. Now keep the abdominals braced, and these are called cat pedals. And they might be quite straightforward. But we were lifting like cats. We've got a cat, you know, they pedal up and down, sometimes with their paws, generally on your lap. Yeah. and dribbling at the same time. All very pleasant. So the hands coming up towards, and so the cat pedals is a movement, an exercise that's trying to, for us, give us a bit of control through our core. Because if you bring one arm up, if you haven't engaged your abs, you tilt it to one side, tilt it to the other side. So we want to try and keep the pelvis really still. So So if you lift one arm up there, mate, that's it. There you go. So it's almost like I'm holding onto you like that. Does that make sense? So it might look like a straightforward exercise, but moving on from that, just stretch one arm out in front of you. So extend the arm out in front, really straight. Focus on your abdominals. Bring that arm down, change sides. Now when you do this exercise, I know you might be looking up every now and again, that's fine. You want to try and keep the neck lovely and long. And you're focusing on your breathing and just flowing through the movement. Yeah? Now when you extend the arm, it's going to engage the abdominal muscles in a slightly different way. So you're still feeling this, even though you still feel it, because you still feel it across here. Yeah, exactly. So now we've got to really put our mind into gear, because now we're going to extend one of the legs back. But it's going to be the opposite arm to leg. So you flow that leg towards the back of the row of the arm in front, bring it down, keeping exactly the same position as you started when you went through your cat pedal, then when you went through your arm extensions, and now we're going into the swimming exercise, which is a great exercise to do for your pretty much your whole body, but it's this real core stability. That's it, modifying it with your opposite arm to leg, perfect. So it's going to be slightly different when you're seated, but it's still working on the core. You still have to concentrate, so you've got to think of your opposites. So how are you feeling, everyone? Can you feel, does it feel wobbly, or does it feel a little bit more stable from when you came last time and the time before that? Yeah, you just be careful. A little bit more stable? Yeah, you're really looking. You know, when you do your first one of these, you hark your mind back. Do you remember what it felt like? Do you feel like it was like all over the place? I know I did all those billions of years ago. See if you wish, probably not. Let's see if you can hold one side. So really strong. You're not going to hold it for long because you're probably feeling your wrists. So point the toe, nice long neck, breathe. Squeeze in and relax. Change sides. So push right back, really point the toe. Focus on pulling in through the core, squeezing the glutes. Excellent. And sit back on your heels and take a nice little rest. And this is your extended cat stretch or cat pose or child's pose. Or hug your knees in, that's it. Excellent. So hopefully that felt okay for everyone. You want to, in this stretch, feel like you're a little bit active. So you want to feel like your hands, somebody's hands are pushing slightly down, nice and soft against your back, but your arms are stretched out in front, so you've got a nice long line through your arms. So that works a lot of muscles, chest, abs, hips, lower back, all the way through your spinal column. So we're going to come up, back onto all fours, and we're going to go flat down to our abdominals and do a little bit of a strengthening exercise. Around the lower backs, core lower backs, so you'll be able to do these ones. So we're going to, when you're laying flat on the floor, your floor takes on the role of support. So although you have to lay on the floor, I want you to slightly imagine you're actually on the floor. So our arms come out to the sides, a little bit like a goalpoast. And leg is long when we do the exercise, and legs a little bit wider, a little bit of gap there, with the toes untucked. And I want you to feel like you're drawing your abdominals away from the mat. And this is the swan dive. This is going to affect the muscles right the way through the lumbar spine. So we take a breath in. As you breathe out, you like gently push through the hands and you start to draw your torso up away from the mat to maybe an arm extension. If you can't reach that high, still keep it here like you did last time, or even lower. Yeah? Once you reach here, make sure you breathe, keep your abdominals pulled in, and release it down. So you can go that slow, or you can decide to go a little bit quicker if you want a bit more energy through this movement. You know how your body feels. When you raise up, when you're raising up into your swan dive, your glutes will fire. So let that happen. In fact, if you want to squeeze them slightly, that's it. You get a bit of a buttock bracing there. That's it. Try and let your elbows, that's it. When you come down, your elbows, if you can, try and bring them down with you. So it's not so much of a push-up as it is working the back. That's it. There you go. Nice long necks. So it's called the swan dive. So you know how the swan's head is sort of like slightly tucked under. So if you draw your chin downwards. So look to my hands instead. So come down, nice and slow. There you go. And then gentle push through your hands. Bring yourself up and keep your gaze to that. There you go. Excellent. So you're starting to feel this in your lower back because myself have low back issues. I feel this one. I feel like it's good, but I feel it, yeah? One more, everyone. If you can't do any more, then stop. It's fine. Just last one. Hold that lovely stretch. Let's see if you can just hold that there. And we'll progress on a little bit here by adding just a very subtle knee kick. If you find that's too much for your back, bring your elbows down or come down completely. So we're just going to do 4, 3, 2. So you might feel the stretch in your tummy as well. At the front there. And relax it there. And come down. Well done, everyone. Hands on one hand on top of the other. And you rock side to side. So that's quite a strong exercise. Would you agree? Yes. Yeah. I mean, you know, it doesn't look much. Sometimes some of these exercises just look like we're just waffling around on a mat. Of course we are, right? So that should feel nice. Does that feel nice, that lovely little exercise? Yes. Everyone's ready for the plank, of course, aren't you? Yeah. Yeah. We'll save that for the next time. Just building up to that. So place your hands by your chest, push yourself up to a really nice stretch, and then go back into that stretch you did before we went into swan dive. So just let your chin tuck right into your chest. Maybe focus this one on looking right into all your legs if you've got a bit of a gap there. Don't worry if you haven't, sit or go into your shell stretch, that's fine. And now shift your body weight from right to left. Because the swan dive tends to be really quite linear in the sense it's going straight up, straight down, straight up, straight down. This is now allowing a more lateral move, side to side. And quite frankly, everybody likes to shake their bottom. No? Let's do. Get it on. Okay, bring yourself back up to all fours. I love this exercise. You can do this most weeks. And this is the shoulder, and this is the thread the needle. Exercises. Teeth through your head here. Now we're all around all fours position like we just done. We're just going to draw the body weight just the back a couple of inches. Not too much, not too much, but just so you're slightly out of alignment. I'll give you an alternative to this, Chrissy. I'm going to raise one arm right to the ceiling to really open out the chest. And then we bend the opposite elbow and we drive the arm under. So you're pushing to the other side of the room, trying to get the shoulder down into the mat. We go through that flow, opening out. If you find that's too far, you can just go halfway and push through. But we've really stretched loads already today. Should be able to get that nice angle, lovely. Big extension. And a little softness through. So your shoulders are mobilising here. Chest, back. Is that alright in that alternative position there for you? Yeah. So you can still get that rotation. When you come under, because you're sort of twisting, really important that in your engagement is with your core muscles. Yeah? When you open out, your abdominals will engage naturally. Hold that stretch at the top, everyone, so you get that really nice open chest. Place that hand down. Let's go straight to the other side, whichever side that is for you. Set. Good. So opening out. Fabulous. And pressing through. So we want to try and get the twist. With each sort of time you do this, reaching up and then maybe going a little bit deeper down. Excellent. So when you come up, there you go. You looked awkward. And I was thinking, what's going on there? I don't know how you did that, but that was really quite impressive. Maybe we'll try your version next time. There you go, really good. So really focusing on down, through. Good. Last one, whenever you're there, holding your stretch. And then placing everything back down onto all fours. Go into the cat stretch. Pushing and twisting, really push up into your traditional cat stretch. Now if your wrists feel a little bit risky, yeah, because obviously you just work there, you can come up a little bit maybe onto your fingers or even onto your fists. And then we're going to go into the cow stretch or the reverse of that. So open hands, try to keep the arms straight. And we're going to go through that again. So nice little Lift up, you can go onto your fingertips, or keep your hands flat if you prefer. And then bring it through. Into flat back, hands are going to come to the knees, we're just going to roll up through the vertebrae, shoulders come back. Yeah, if you stay there, Chris, because we're about to join you, alright? In seated. So we're just going to roll through, lovely few shoulder rolls, maybe a little bit of twisting, side to side. And then we'll come off our knees, everyone, and bring ourselves into seated position. With the legs out in front. Now, we're using some bands today, the resistance bands just for the spine twist, so the spine stretch forward. I know some of you like when we're sitting like this, need to sit on a chair or a cushion. This is where you might want to put yourself into that position. So our seated spine twists. You can do them cross-legged. I know some of you did that last time. If you want a little bit more of a stretch on this, let's open out the legs, hip distance maybe a little bit wider. I know some of you, who rest on a little bit further, can go out wider. You need to be able to, when the legs are out though, be able to sit up with a relatively good posture, that's it. If you feel like you're bring your legs in a little bit more. We're just going to have a nice easy band. We're going to wrap the resistance band around our hands couple of times so that when you stretch it, you do feel a bit of resistance, but it's not too hard. So into your levels with your legs, so either here or bend. Get yourself really nestled into the ground on your sitting bones. And we lengthen through the spine, shoulders are down. We're just going to bring the resistance band out in front with a little tiny pull in it. So you've got a bit of energy there through your hands and the band. Now feel like your shoulder blades are coming together. That's it, good. Focus on bracing your abdominals, breathe, and then rotate. Take it into seated spine twist. Now we've done quite a lot of twisting. The mobilisation and the flexibility of your spine with rotation works really, really well. And, you know, something that we all need to be doing, which is why we're here. Or is there another reason why we're here? Time of work. It's an hour of work, no. Hands if you work down the road, eh? Squeezing it through, that's it. So don't forget about breathing. Now what happens with this one is we can start to, it's getting hard, but I can still do it. Try and keep your focus and mind with your posture the whole time. So, does this one feel different to when you're standing? Yeah? If you think warm up, we did it without a ball, then we did it with the ball between the knees, then we've just done it in this sort of thread, the needle. Do you feel the back? Do you feel it here more? These are your lats, yeah, so you feel it more in your mid-back. Yeah, and down here, these are your obliques. So you're working your obliques as well. So the spine stretch forwards. I'm going to bring the legs, put them a little bit wide, a little bit closer together, reaching the arms through. And you're going to bring your body weight forwards. Now keeping the balance slightly higher, so it stays in that position. Your body comes through, and then you bring everything back up to seated position. So the band and the arms aren't really moving. So you're keeping that gap, that positioning. That's why we're using these today for positioning. Bringing it through and up. So if I come to the side, I'm trying to focus this one on the hamstrings and the backs of your legs. Squeeze and so this one really does work. Flexibility of the lower back, which for a lot of us can be tight. So we're trying to really get that movement through the lumbar spine. So if you're finding this is too hard for you, hands on the legs, just roll yourself down. I think most of you should be okay. Yeah. If you're not, then just do that level, it's fine. We're now going to bring the resistance band up. Shoulders back and down. We're going to create a little bit of a reverse move there. Try to bring it behind the head, neck or shoulders. Coming up, the resistance band comes forward, your back stays straight. And then you bring your body weight forward, stretching through the spine. We're going to bring the arms up. Everything that comes up with the back, shoulders down. A little pull of your resistance in the back of the head, neck or shoulders. Keep the chin up. Lifting up. Bring the arms down first. That's it. You got it? And release it through. So a little bit of coordination for you here. So from your spine stretch forward, come all the way up. That's posture there. Get that resistance. Don't worry if you can't get it all the way back. Yeah? Loosen your band if you need to. Excellent. Last time, breathe in, contract the abs, and reach it through. Good. Are any of you feeling a little bit more flexible than the first one you did?
Yes.
Yeah? We've got our chest on our thighs, haven't we? Yeah?
Yeah.
Draw it back if you can. That's it. Chin up. Little kind of tiny little squeezes. 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it up. Now thinking of your positive posture before you collapse. And relax. Oh, well done. So that starts to spring your shoulders, right? So your shoulders, you probably felt initially. Hamstrings, lower back. Yeah, fine. And it's gone straight up the back, into here, right up to shoulders and neck. So have a nice release. Just bring your feet together and hands around the ankles. You can have a loose foot here or a loose leg, it doesn't have to be tight. The more you hike your heels towards your inner thighs, the deeper the stretch. And we're just trying to get the elbows onto the knees. And we're aiming to bring the body weight forwards. Now, if you felt that in your neck and shoulders, just a nice little stretch to do here is let the head roll from right to left. I call this stretch the cobbler stretch. You can have a relaxed abdominal muscle here because it is just a gentle stretch, allowing the body to be released forwards. If you want to keep that little engagement though, because your abs are working or supporting your lower back, then just keep it up. So hopefully that feels nice. It might feel a bit crunchy on your neck. Does it a little bit? Yeah. A bit grindy. So we'll just do a few more. You might also feel it in your track muscles at the top, coming down into your shoulder blades. Now bring your head back to the centre and then slowly build your head back up. So the shoulders go back and down, and there we go. So a nice deep breath in. Oh, love that sensation, just thinking on that. Okay, so do a little bit of side exercise, sideline. So if you want to, did you want to turn your mats around for me, or to face me, or do you want to stay as you are? Yeah. We're only going to be on the hip, like this. We're just going to do some exercise where we're in side position. Tying it up to you. Yeah? We're just going to do, you can use, for those of you who find this really a bit uncomfortable on the head, you can just place the little green ball just there. It's not the reason why I brought these into this. I know some of you felt you haven't got a block. Yeah? But you can just place your head on your hands like this. Arm is long, yeah, and your other hand, for now, is right out in front of you. Yeah? So if you really find this is putting a strain, strain on your back, yeah, bend your underneath leg in like this. You really find your stability, you're rocking around. I'll come around and have a little look. If you can bring both your legs, one leg on top of the other, and it's the top hip, you want to feel like it's stacked right on top of the bottom hip, yeah, like that. So we're going to just flex the feet. Think of your abdominal bracing here and a little bit on neutral pelvis, so that's a little bit harder there. And we're just going to bring the top leg away from the bottom leg. I'm going to float it up and down. I want you to try not to bring the leg back together though. So when you bring that leg down, just hold it just a couple of inches away from your bottom leg. So you just do single leg kicks, side leg kicks. Keep that bit of abdominal bracing. Yeah? Although this looks like a straightforward exercise, when you raise your leg, I want you to create maybe a little bit of tension here across the top of the hip. So if you tense the top leg, if you make that foot slightly flex, that will bring that energy in. So how does that feel, everyone? Does it feel quite a little bit unstable, or are you okay? Yeah, yeah, but that's good. Even if it's just a couple of inches, you're just getting into those muscles and that area of those nerves. That's good. See what? I'll come over and it stops. Shall I just stay here? Go away. Couple more. For those of you who want to progress, bring your underneath foot off the floor. Just a couple of inches. The underneath leg. Oh. That's now going to bring in your obliques, your waistline. Can you feel that there? As well as your hips. You might feel it underneath your underneath hip if you haven't got enough padding. But that's alright, we're just going to do 2 more. Last one. Now keep your top leg up just a little bit and see if you can bring your bottom leg up to the top leg. 4, 3, 2, so going down and up, that bottom leg, down the bottom leg, down, up, down, up, down, up. And 1, and relax. Really easy to your chest, give yourself a hug. Slap it in. Do you want me to slap it for you? Yeah. Don't feel so. Does that feel nice? I love it. Lovely, hug yourself right in now, really hug in. Now the arm that's above your head, bring it in front of you. You have your palm facing upwards. Bring both hands together, so bring your top hand as well as, you know, the hands together there, so you're like in a prayer position there. And it's your top arm that's just going to open up to the ceiling and open out to the back of the room, just to get a nice stretch through your waist. If you find your head is floating, if you just grab your ball here and just place it underneath your neck, it just gives it a bit of support. And we bring it over. We're just going to do one more of those. So we're going to open the arm out to the side, all the way to the back. Get a lovely stretch. So can you feel? I love this stretch. I really like this one. Can you feel it? Yeah. Can you feel the benefit of what this is doing? If any of you ever want homework, would you like some homework? You could do this one in bed, guys. I can't feel this one. Can you not? Am I not going far? No, you're not. You might just need a little floating above the and then you bring your arm over. So sometimes, yeah, you know, if you're flexible in that area, not that you've got anyone that will do this for you. Okay, so last one. When you bring your hands back together, push into the floor, bring yourself up to seated position, and we will bring our legs over to the other side. So side leg exercises, because you've got to do one side and then you don't ever do the other side. Making sure we keep it nice and even, yeah? Thinking about our posture firstly, our setup with our lovely long legs. One hip stacked on top of the other, unless you want to bend that underneath leg up through, which you can. Most of you here today have got that okay. Hands in front for support, relax your head on your hands, flex your feet. We go through flex feet. I'm just going to lift the top leg up, focus on engaging your abdominal muscles as you lift the leg up and down. So you've got a little gap, relax your lower leg first of all. You've got a little gap between your feet as you lower down. So imagine you've got that green ball just between your feet, you've got that gap there when you bring your legs down. That's it. Good, just shift that here. That's it, there you go. So keep the feet slightly energised, push them through the heels. Better on this side. Got just I mean, it looks exactly the same. Your range is just deeper on this side. That's all. You can get higher up. And we then start to lift the underneath leg off the floor a couple of inches. Still going up and down with the top leg. Yeah. Focus on pulling in through those abdominal muscles. Breathe, everyone. This one is the one not to hold the breath on. Hold your top leg up, not too high, but just a little bit, and then bring your bottom leg up to the top leg and down. It goes up and down. If you find this is too much, just keep the top leg going up and down. Excellent. How are we doing? Good. 3, 2, 1. And we relax. Good. Bring your knees in, give them a hug. Really good. And then bring your hand out front. Bring your arm just down front. So underneath arm comes in front. Both hands come together like we're in a prayer position. And then it's your top arm. You're right there, Noreen. Bring your top arm. Did you want a ball underneath your head? Yeah, I think it floated away. And then the top, that's it. Top arm going out and in. There you go. So really focusing on your chest expansion as we open out. And you might find when you do your first one, the arm doesn't go as far, but then as you hold the stretch, or as you keep moving through that stretch, that arm will go further and further back, and it might even touch the floor. Yeah. In your lovely little hyperextended bendy elbow that you've got here. Good. Elbows, what does it look like? They're slightly hyperextended to me. So I'm doing the last one here, just bringing both hands down and pushing yourself up to seated position. Everyone feel okay? It's a little warm, yeah, so we're just trying to... Okay, so we're almost there, everyone. We're just going to bring ourselves into a laying on our back position. So just going to place hands on top of the knees, just going to do pelvic tucks to start with. So you do a half roll back, assisted half roll back, and then you pull yourself back up. So thinking of your shoulder alignment, pelvis stacked. When you come under, the pelvis tilts under, so you're creating that pelvic tuck, abdominals contract. Don't forget about your breathing, yeah? So shoulders right on top of hips, looking forward. So when you go down, try not to sink your head into your shoulders. When you come up, you end up looking down. So you want to keep that down. So if you want to progress on, because we're going through a nice like, momentous flow here, your muscle memory starts to kick in, and you might think, actually, don't need support, your body can do some of these by themselves. And so your half roll back, starting to again engage. Now when we work the sides there, bring it round to the front. So focusing on that as you lift up. Is that feeling, I know for some of us, we've gone from having our hands super glued to our legs. Anyone shaking? Yeah. They would say no. It's the wrong answer. Shaking's not a bad thing, everyone. We've got our abdominals really fired up now, so they're working really hard to support your body, to strengthen the muscles at the front that will help the muscles at the back. We're going to float one arm as we roll back, just to the side. Adding a little tiny twist on this. So that should feel quite nice. Does that feel good? Yeah. It's now going to bring in the obliques a little bit more, so the muscles to through to the side of the body. If that's not for you, just keep going straight back, it's fine. All time to shake now. Oh, it's totally glasses this week. Squeeze it through. Just 2 more to go. Keep flowing through, focusing on your position. And going up. Last one. Press through. Good. So we all love a challenge, don't we? Yeah. So we haven't really had one yet. So let's half roll back. Here's your challenge if you can manage it. One arm. If you can, the other arm, open out. Oh no. And bring yourself. Oh, well done. Have a little sip. Hey, that was so bad. That wasn't so bad, actually. And think of how that felt today. Let's see what we can do when we revisit that one, shall we? Yeah. With extra heavy hand weights in our hands. What do you reckon? Didn't think so. Okay. Use your hands just to roll yourself onto your back, or you can do that. So just roll the exercise onto your back. Now when you're on your back, place your feet on the floor and go back to that exercise right at the beginning. Hands on your hips, fingers down to your pubic bone, push your pubic bone forwards and then draw your pelvis up. So your pelvis is tilting and tucking, and then find your neutral pelvis. So where it's neither too tilted nor too tucked, it's really flat, yeah? Now holding that flat position, brace your abdominal muscles in, hands to the sides, yeah? We're going to bring our legs up to tabletop position. So just progressing on, shoulders back and down. Now what we're going to do here in this tabletop position is bring your right leg, just face you, bring your right leg out to the side like this, keeping your left knee where it is, yeah? And then you bring that leg in, changing sides, so we're opening out, perfect, and it's your knee drops. So if you find that's too hard from last time, place the feet on the floor, do the same exercise. Now what you'll want to focus on, guys, and you might want to try this, is to hold the leg of the one that's there, so that when you open out that other leg, that leg stays really still, then come in, change sides. So you can keep that leg stable, so you know how that feels like, what that feels like, from when you then don't hold the leg. So it's all about the leg that's not moving, yeah? The leg that's moving is helping you create that sort of abdominal connection. Does that make sense? Yeah? It's not necessarily a hard exercise, it's a focused exercise, that's it. From that exercise, go just into, last one, into your toe dips or toe taps. So bringing the leg down and up. So we're just going to do a few of these, not many, so going down. You're bringing your foot or your toe down to the floor, so it wants to touch the floor, and up. All while you're maintaining neutral pelvis, so try not to let your pelvis tip. So when you come down there, focus on keeping your knees over your hips, and you're drawing from here. Don't straighten the leg, just come down and sit down, and up, that's it, up, down, good, and up. So while you're keeping that little neutral pelvis, you start to feel this in your abdominals at all? Yeah. Have a rest. 2 more if you can manage it. And hug your knees in. Lovely knee hugs. Excellent. So, you might actually start to feel at the tops of the legs.
Yeah, very nice.
Let's finish off. Yeah, really at the tops of the legs. Let's finish off then with the shoulder bridge, one of my favourites. So take your legs, they go a little bit wider if you like. They don't have to be completely narrow or in line, just a nice wide. The heels slightly pulled back, arms down by your side. Now remember that pelvic tuck and tilt. We're going to really focus on that. We're going to press the lower back into the mat. We're going to take a breath, really make an imprint there. Breathe in. As you breathe out, start to lift your hips slowly up towards the ceiling into your shoulder bridge. So we lift up to about our shoulder blades, don't want to push too high. You do want to feel the benefit of the stretch right across your hips and pelvis, thighs are engaged, maybe a bit of gluteal squeezing there. Take a breath in when you reach the top, a light abdominal contraction, and come down through the vertebrae. So try not to go straight down flat back, and then come straight down onto your sacrum bone, lovely and flat back to neutral pelvis, and then repeat that. So lower back tucks in, so it makes an imprint, slowly lifting up through the hip. Lengthen your arms a little bit. Lengthen your arms a little bit, that's it. And then slowly bring it down, all the way through, nice and gently, working out of your shoulder bridge. So what you're going to feel here is the stretch, but you've also got a little bit of strength through the backs of your legs. Yeah? How's that feeling, everyone? One more, and on your last one, that's all right. Yes, because you feel it's all right. Don't worry. So hold, that's it, lifting it up, that's fine. So does this feel like a nice stretch? Yeah. Can you also feel the energy through the hamstrings? That's the thing. Yes. When you come down after your last one, if you feel you need to bring your knees into your chest just to give them a release, do that. If you don't, take a little stretch out and we'll just relax for a few moments. If you need a quick drink, it's fine. If you're feeling okay, just relax. So just into relaxation, just for a few moments. Let your arms relax down by your sides. So the whole class is really like a relaxation, isn't it? Think of it as relaxation in motion. Yeah? So let your arms relax out by side, palms face the ceiling. You can close your eyes if you like, and I just want you to focus on inhaling through the nose, wide and full into the ribcage, exhaling out through the mouth. And as you do that, you want to feel the softness of your skin, the releasing of your muscles, and the relaxing of your bones and joints and ligaments. Feel almost just feel like they're letting go any kind of physical stress, as well as maybe anything going on in your mind. And if you like to move, or you want to move a little bit, let the head gently move from side to side. So just feeling that release of your neck and your shoulders. So as you start to move like that, the muscles are releasing through the cervical spine at the top and also through the shoulders, nice and gently down into the shoulder blades and coming down through into the mid-back. So I just want you to really focus on the spine. You know, this is your lifeline at the end of the day, and this is what we're worked through every exercise. Coming down into your lower back, across your pelvis and hips. Feel the heaviness and the release of your glutes and your buttocks. Let go of your legs. Feel your thighs release. Softness around your kneecaps. Coming into your shins and calves and around the muscles around your ankles. Feel soft even through the arches of your feet. So the areas of the foot that's not even touching the floor, nice and ungrounded. It's relaxing its way up through the front of your legs and into your shins. And we're going to come through now into the inner thighs. So through into the pelvic floor region and into your groin. And so I want you to think centrally, deep into the abdomen, into your stomach and into your solar plexus, into the heart centre, coming up through into the chest. And lifting it up right into the collarbone, through the neck, and now the muscles of your face. So relaxing the jaw, and that's coming around the outside and into the centre, through the bridge of your nose, around the sockets of your eyes. Feel really lifted and raised through the forehead. So the skin in the forehead is smooth and soft. Coming into the crown of the head and back of the head. So we're going to slowly drift the release down into the arms. So coming into the shoulders, elbows, wrists, fingers, and beyond. So we start to feel our fingers wriggle, rotate our wrists, and start to slowly bring yourself back into the room, have a little stretch. Pump your hands if you need to, or just extend your arms out if you like. Arch your back a little bit away from your mat. It's lovely. And then bring one knee into the chest, and the other knee will also come into the chest. So do that slowly, because you're still maybe feeling relaxed. As the knee comes in, you can bring the head up to the knee and round off your back. So you're just getting a nice little stretch there. And then place the head back down, hands to the side, and a little tick-tock from side to side. So you're literally just rolling across the lower back, allowing those muscles to come back into the room. And a little rotation going around and the other way. And then you can either roll yourself up to seated position from this position like a ball, so you pull in and roll up, or you can roll onto your side and push yourself up using your hands. Everyone feel nice and relaxed? Yes. Okay. Relaxed but energised, I hope, because this is what this class is all about, yes? So hopefully feeling posturally aware, so you're lying on the back, so feeling like you're lifting up through posture, shoulders back and down, slight pulling of your tummy, it doesn't have to be too tight. So just let your chin draw down, feeling the back of the neck, and then up, and then a little tilt to the side, and other side. So, focus really after a Pilates class is mainly on your posture. So hopefully you're going to take that with you for the rest of the day. Yes? Breathe in and then bring it back with you when you come back next time. All the way over to your side bend and then open out. If you're feeling a little bit tense before you came into the class, hopefully feeling a bit more released. And then bringing your hands back so your chin tucks into your chest and you're leaning slightly forwards. And then coming up. Last little stretch, we're just going to go round into a little spine twist. And because your legs are facing forward, that's really stretching the waist. So we'll finish off, just bringing the arms back, a little back stretch. Looking up to the ceiling, taking a deep breath in. Fingers or palms together, nice and slowly down through the heart centre. And you give yourself a well done. Fabulous. So, how do you feel? Yeah? Do you enjoy the session?
Yes.
Good. Did you feel like some of the exercises that you did from last